All right, today is August the 24th, 2016, and right now at about 1 a.m. in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a temperature of 67 degrees. The relative humidity is 55%. Dew point is 50 degrees, and we have a barometer reading of 30.02 inches. All right, so we're watching the Hawaiian map right now. This is the water vapor loop, and we can see an area of thunderstorms that are being targeted. See a blast pattern along the north side of this system, and we see the core, the center of the storm being completely wiped out. The evaporation in the center there where that area was targeted with microwave. If we look at this in the infrared loop, we can see a hole where that transmitter has superheated the core, and we can see the blast pattern as well, particularly out of this one side right here. There's a circular area blast wave that shoots out of the northwest side of that, and also right down here, this area here is being targeted as well. Multiple targeting going on. There's a lot of evaporation here, we can see that. Okay, now the visible light mode, we can see the photoshopping here in the night, or rather the day to night transition. Stop this, we can take a look. Right there we have the overlay. And on this daylight view, we can see the thunderstorms popping up. And then something happens right down here, which is hard to see. But that is that system is being superheated. We can see the blast waves and also the Photoshop overlay. All right. Okay, let's go back to the northeast Pacific water vapor loop. We can see that California is there's not much precipitation in California. Once again, we have high pressure right now in the Los Angeles area, the foothill areas, 30.02. Down here we can see a couple of disturbances. This one right over here has a 80% chance of hurricane formation in 2 days. And this one out here, I believe, is 10%. Both of these are being targeted. We can see a blast pattern out on this system right here, right out along this edge. So they are superheating these two systems. However, this one here is slated to become a hurricane according to the National Hurricane Center map. Right here, you can see that that red X is 80% chance, even though this one here, which is at 30% now, this one here looks much more menacing on the water vapor loop right now. We can see that this is a much bigger and more organized looking system, at least on the water vapor map, than this one here, which has been targeted and now it's rebuilding. You can see that in the infrared loop. This was targeted and then it's starting to rebuild. We can see that. We also have a channel of, look at here, we have a transmitter generated channel, a barrier, a blockade that is quickly dissipating. We can see that that was installed and now it's breaking down, and these two moisture fields will merge together, as we're seeing right there. And then we have a couple of lows right up here near the Aleutian Islands, and this is all spinning counterclockwise, and the jet stream is being manipulated. We have high pressure here, clockwise rotation. Okay, let's take a look at the surface analysis map. We can see high pressure all up in here. This is off of Canada. That will block what's happening here. We have a trough over part of California indicated right here. high pressure indicated right over here. And so mainly this high will block this weather activity from sweeping in and cooling things off in California right here. So once again, the high pressure is installed, and these terrorists have complete control of our weather. Now, I've been away from this for several days, over a week, just because I need to. You know, this stuff will drive you nuts after a while. But we have to get back at it, and everybody needs a vacation now and then, so let's just carry on. So we have the western U.S. water vapor loop. We have something right here that's trying to spin, and we see that we have a dark area forming around that low pressure center, that vortex, and that is obviously a transmitter, which is there to prevent further development of this spinning system. Also right here we have a counterclockwise spinning low pressure area right here, and we can see the transmitter's effect right here as they turn that power on. All this water vapor evaporates, and soon enough this will all dissipate, this water vapor, that moisture field right there. Now this is not as apparent in the infrared loop, what's actually happening as is in the water vapor loop. So the water vapor loop is very valuable as a fingerprint showing where these transmitters are actually doing their work, and we can see that dark area. We always see the dark area around the core of the vortex, the low pressure area, and that is where the descending air counteracts the counterclockwise activity going on, and so that will prevent a development of the weather system. In this case, we've got two spinning lows right here and down right here. And of course, these will be blocked by this high pressure center that's been installed, which is pretty much there all the time. All right, now we have the East Coast. We can see this thunderstorm system is moving into the Gulf of Mexico, and this is being targeted. We can see a blast pattern all the way around, mainly out here on the western side. That area, this entire thunderstorm is being targeted and superheated as it moves towards Louisiana, which is still underwater. People are boating and swimming with water moccasins. And we see an area of high pressure right here, building in. We've got clockwise rotation right here, so that is a transmitter generated area of high pressure right there. If you look at the eastern U.S. rainbow loop, same map, we've got the rainbow loop here. We can see the clockwise rotation from that area of high pressure that's been installed right there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here the next few hours with this system here. It looks like they're going to destroy it, completely evaporate it before it moves over Louisiana, which has had more rain in the last 2 weeks than most states have in several years. California being one. We haven't had we haven't had 27 inches of rain in many years. Like I say, we had about 14 or about 15 inches this last season. And then the year before that, we had 7 3/4, and then the year before that, we had 6 3/4. And all that rain in the last 3 years doesn't add up to what Louisiana had here in just 2 days, about 2 weeks ago. And that storm that was stalled, that system was stalled right over Louisiana. That was stalled there until an upper level low was moving right over Florida, and then these guys that decided to move that storm away from Louisiana. So it was only because of extenuating circumstances that they decided to move that other system away from Louisiana. So you can take a look at that on those previous videos that I made back, I think, on the 14th and the 15th. Okay, so that's the summary for tonight, this morning. And just go ahead and leave it right here. and we'll do another one later. Okay, that's it.